This kind of winter weather is not just a challenge to our roads, though it is a challenge to our roads. Our roofs take a beating, too. Jeff Head, who's brought the entire house with him today in our Fix It Friday segment, is here to talk about the impact of this kind of weather on our roofs.
Yes.
And it's a big deal.
We
think of this as a problem for our friends in the north, but it's not just a problem for our friends in the north.
Right. Yeah, it's happening right now.
This moment, this very moment. Yeah, so what does happen, Jeff?
Okay, we was talking about, before we came on here, man, we was talking about the ice storm of 2009.
Who could forget?
Well, Ron just got done telling me we had an inch of ice then.
That's a lot.
And what was so significant about that, Ike, that hurricane came up through here, up through the Ohio Valley.
Right.
It happened in September of 2008, and it battered a lot of houses. The wind, for hours, the wind was just, was blowing and breaking up shingles. Well, then in 2009, in January, just 3 or 4 months later, we had that historic ice storm, and it was a mess. We had 3,900 phone calls.
That's amazing.
39. A lot of people, they were duplicates because everybody was needing some help, and they was calling. They couldn't get a hold of anybody. But the only reason I know that to be a fact is because we have an answering service.
Did they quit after that? I'm out of here.
I don't know.
Are you sure? You might have had to hire a new one since then. I'm not sure.
I have.
So the problem is that the shingles are loose, and what happens then?
So it's an ice dam. Okay, I'll just go ahead and use the house that we got.
Use the house we have.
Okay, so what happens? What is an ice dam? An ice dam is when you have overhangs, and the attic, that's a good picture. So all this area here, this is an attic, and the heat in the house comes up through the house into the attic, and it melts. It melts the ice.
Because heat rises and it's up there. Okay.
Exactly. And then it hits down here at the overhang where the outside temperature is still the same. So during the day when the sun hits it and the heat from the attic, it causes this ice and this water to melt. And it runs down here to the overhang where the outside temperature is still the same. And so the water runs down there, it hits that, and it dams up at the overhang where the inside walls are.
That's a lot of pressure right there.
Well, yeah, exactly. It runs down there, it hits that dam, and then it will work its way back up and then down into the house. And
so is it going to fall off or through or both?
It's going to, it's going to come down here. It's going to hit the overhang where it's still outside temperature, because the ice will still attach to the shingles. It has not melted, so when that water hits that, it's going to have no place to go, but it's going to hit that dam and then run back down into the house.
So what's a girl to do?
Okay. Here's what we do. Here's what we've done. We learned a lot from that 2009 storm. And I want to say this before I go any further. You can do everything correctly, and still there's the potential for the ice dam, because water, all it's got to do is find a nail and it will back itself down in there. But there's some things that we can take that will alleviate the problem, and it's called an ice and water shield. They use it a lot up north where this happens all the time. So what it does, we run it at the bottom of the overhangs.
So it's a product you're adding to this.
It's a rubber. It's a material.
Rubber,
it's a peel and stick, and actually you don't put any nails in it at all, but it's so sticky that you run it. We always run it into the valleys. Always run it into the valleys, because you hardly ever have a roof leak here in the field. It's usually around a protrusion or in a valley or something like that. So where this black line is, it's 36 inches wide. So we run it from the edge up. And like I say, when the water hits, and plus the synthetic felts that we're using nowadays, it helps a lot too.
I have a question. So you can add this to an already built roof. People want this now. So it's not, if you're building fresh, you add it then, but you can add it now.
Well, yeah, if you get it's not real easy, because you're going 36 inches. You're going 36 inches up, so you'd have to remove 3, 4, 5 rolls of shingles to make that happen. So whenever you do the roof job, we do it all the time. If the house has no overhang or a very minimal overhang, it is automatic that you go ahead and you run that. Okay. You run the ice and water shield. Now, There's another thing. This is an older box, but I put it on this station right here because about 5 years ago we had another significant icing and a storm, and what happens is you have a wall up there, so all the water, it melted and all the water ran into the building. Well, they make a little deal here. It's called a de-icing kit. It is electric. It is, there we go. This is an older box. I apologize for this.
That's okay. It looks to you like it's been road-worn there, so that's good.
So anyway, yeah, you just clip it to your gutters or to your drip edge, and then you put it onto your shingles. We had to build something here for the metal roof, and Dan here, your engineer, he plugs it in. He plugs it in, and what it does, it heats up, and then it melts that water so that it will allow the water to flow down into the gutter and out.
Solutions from Jeff Head. Thank you so much, Jeff.
Topical.
Topical. Right on theme.